Brothers, welcome back. Oh, look, it's not our bus. Anyway, this is, you kind of got to give it to me. This is a pretty nice idea, right? So I went to Walmart today and I was like, man, I need a fire when I make these videos, you know, it's like we got to be the bros just hanging out in the little rat hole with a fire next to us. This is like hobo talks. This is what hobos do. And this idea, I was literally there buying some stuff and I was looking for a little fire thing, and this idea just zippity doo-dah into my head. Just zing, use your grill. It was like God speaking to me, use the grill. So that's what we're doing. We're using the grill. And I think this is actually this is legit. Is this cozy to you guys? We could probably keep this going. You know what I mean? We could probably keep the outdoor talks going. So I'm real excited about that, man. Hallelujah. Set a fire in me. Set a fire in me. Set a fire in the boys. How you guys doing, man? Let's light this up. All right. So my goal here, man, is just to talk with you. You know, in the last video it cut off. People think my phone froze. It didn't. The battery just died. It just quit on me. But what I was saying is that the ambition that arises out of fear corrupts. And that ambition leads to consequences that ripple in the future, ripple throughout the world. And that's why we're commanded to do all things with love. There's a great quote that I've said often by August Burns Red. We build with our hands what we have in our heart. And it's pretty much that. You know, if you do things with love, if you don't do things out of fear, the people you impact, the things that you create, what you grow, the seeds that you sow are going to blossom and bear good fruit. And it makes so much sense when you begin to live your life with this benevolence. And I'm not saying just be like this super nice guy. Good. No, dude. F all that, man. You know, but what I'm saying is, damn it. Everything's gotten a bit cuckoo. And maybe it's because of corrupted ambition. So, hallelujah, because we're here. You know, you just gotta let shit roll, man. You just gotta let it roll. Nothing moves if nothing moves. I'm telling you guys, that's such a big part of this whole thing. It's really what separates the man from the NPCs. Nothing moves unless you make it move. Shit ain't gonna start itself. Look at this. You want a hot dog? Here, I'll cook you up one. Nothing's gonna happen. Where are the cookouts? Where are the damn cookouts, man? Where are the parties? Where's the fire at? Where's the heat? Nothing moves and nothing moves. You ever notice these days how, like, your friends maybe don't call, you don't call your friends, you're just kind of waiting. You're on the internet waiting for something to happen. You're reading other conversations. One big thing we try to do in the group is just good discussions, good conversations. What the hell are we doing, man? Is it like, let's hear some thoughts. Let's hear some opinions. Is everyone just waiting? Nothing moves and nothing moves. Like you cannot retard max unless you're going to be that guy that just shoves his damn boot into the world. Boot. You got to stir shit up and face the consequences as they come. Face the embarrassment and the rejection. Face all that shit. I'm sure this is what homeless people talk about. You know, you ever think about, I always wondered, what do those homeless guys talk about when they're around that little bin, burning trash? How do I get more crack? Maybe, but don't they ever scheme? Don't they ever scheme of a startup? Starting up something? Come on, man. Nothing moves if nothing moves. Fabian in our group said that. Nothing moves if nothing moves. Always stuck with me. It remains a just a fundamental platitude to live by. You can see it in your life when shit is getting stagnant, when the water is stale. Nothing moves unless I make it happen. This, like, looking back on my life, was in sales, was in multiple jobs, and just seeing how passive everyone is, how passive people are. There's not any urgency. There's no jump of the gun. You know, there's no boom. There's no, like, cowboy to a lot of these guys. You got to really incorporate that. There's no, like, just start. Where's the starter? People just wait. People wait for people to walk in the door. People wait for someone to ask them to hang out. Hey, come to the cookout. Dude, have the damn cookout. You know what I'm saying? Have the damn cookout. So, no wonder people are freaking depressed, too. I'm telling you, I think every man... This is a theory. This is not really that developed. This is just a theory. I think depressed people are cold. You know, like, and even in the language of depression, how they describe it, my heart has turned cold. Teddy Roosevelt, when his wife and his daughter died, one of the things that he wrote down in his diary was, the light has gone out in my life. That's freaking cold, man. People get cold. It's like an eternal noon. They've lost their soon. So they're stuck in a state of perpetual noon. Just goon. Just pure goon. You know, for a lot of us, it's easy to suffer in silence these days, in loneliness, because you just goon. You have no soon. But really, you know, you look at the words of the depressed, the darkness, the eternal winter, the night, and it's this lack of heat. Set a fire in me. You know, I mean that, and I'm not just saying in a mental level. I'm saying bodily. Think about metabolism. When you just, your metabolism dies. You're just not burning efficiently. You're not using fuel efficiently. You get cold. You can't produce heat. Same thing in your life. Just when you don't sweat, you ever go for a few days without sweating? You just feel like you can't even think your way out, man. I've been, when I got the injury, guys, to my, like, pec, I felt this creep. I felt the creep big time. Like I told you, like, the voices are louder in your head. The snake is on your shoulder. Just creeping up there. Just making you feel like nothing that you do really matters. Like everything is for naught. That's the creep, and you gotta snip it. You gotta bite the snake's head off when you feel that. But I felt it, and really, when I look at, I was not moving as much. I was not working out. I couldn't fucking work. I couldn't even really hold a dumbbell. Like, I think I really fucked up my chest, man. When I flex now, I feel like a bundle. I'm not gonna get surgery on it. I'm not gonna get surgery unless I absolutely have to. I think the body's strong. I think the body heals itself. But I was a little testy, and I jumped the gun. And I went to play a disc golf tournament, and I ripped it again after like a month. I thought I was healed. One just oorah, one Geronimo when I shot that thing, and I felt it rip. It blossomed. It looked like a damn universe on my chest, just purple, blue, disgusting. But now I'm better. And I'm back hitting the weights, training jiu-jitsu, teaching some classes, feeling good. And it's winter time. And when I started moving more, I started sweating. It just clicked. It was like heat. You're missing heat, man. You're missing your body getting warm. You're missing the movement. You're missing that sweat. I think heat is the key to being a man. Like, you got to be in the fire. Metaphorically, metaphysically, it's the meta and in the body. The metabolism, the mind, the thumos, the spirit. Set a fire in me. You know, you give up the movement. That's why the winters are tough, because it just confirms the cold that's already in you. So you got to set a fire. I love this idea. This idea, I'm just like here talking to you guys. I'm basking in this warmth right now. This idea is huge. I was like, man, should I just take off for the winter? Fuck no. No, dude. Absolutely not. Just pull out the old grill. And I heard a voice from the Lord. Pull out the grill. Send me. Three things every man needs that has combustion. Fire. I'm telling you, have a weekly fire and just sit there. The second one, have a cigar. This natural leaf. There ain't nothing more to this thing and then a leaf and a little bit of vegetable glue to seal the top. You don't inhale it. You go like this. You breathe it out. The Cubans thought when you smoke, that smoke you inhale and you exhale it, and it goes up and it communicates with the ancestors, your dead, the kin that have died. So, fire, a cigar, and perhaps a barbecue. It's winter now. I don't know how much I'm going to be barbecuing, but I'm sure we could roast a few weenies. You know, we could get the weenies roasted. Get a few things smoking up. That's a big thing, man. People, the modern man that has lost his sort of barbaricness, how much does he use fire? Just look at him. How much do you use fire? This shit is what made us who we are, and we don't even use it anymore? Man. Warm the bones. You need a good fire in your life. Oh my God, this is so aesthetic. Love it. So I was at Walmart today, and I was looking for that. I had to change a light bulb in the car, ordering that, and I was looking at the supplements because I wanted boron. Because I know I've taken boron before. You get boron from raisins and stuff like that, but the soil is malnourished. So you can't really get all your nutrients from the vegetables and the fruits. Anyway, I was looking at boron and I came across Muscle Tech. Now the 19-year-old bodybuilder inside of me said, do it. Let's go. Let's boost the test. Back in the day, man, I was on every supplement you could imagine. I worked at GNC, so I got a discount. So I used half my paycheck. I was buying Pink Magic from the guys that created Jack 3D. A lot of you guys don't know this. Jack 3D gave people heart attacks. Only the strongest could survive. That shit was so powerful. You take one scoop, your bench instantly rose by 15 pounds. You would sit down on the bench and just, but it had beta-alanine in it. I think this one had beta-alanine in it. I've never been a big fan of the beta-alanine because it made my ass itch. It felt like there was a bunch of ants in my ass. So I would sit down there and I'd be strong as fuck, but I would have ants in my ass. You know, it's not a good feeling. People love that for some reason. I don't know, but I never liked it. But they canceled it. But what I'm saying is, I was at Walmart and I picked the Muscle Tech up. Now, Muscle Tech is an old brand. People used to meme Muscle Tech. It was real bad. Like, it was just a meme company. They were known to have shit ingredients. So I think they kind of ramped it up a bit over the years. And I looked at this little test booster because I wanted boron, and I seen that it had good boron inside of it. So I'm like, man, this is under 20 bucks. It's got 120 capsules. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. And I picked it up and I put it in the shopping cart. Boom. Now I got a test booster. Haven't taken a test booster in ages. So now, to me, I'm like, hell yeah. I just came here for boron. And all of a sudden, I'm leaving here with a damn test booster. I'm about to get absolutely freaking, I'm about to get nuked. I'm about to pump my test so I'm going to be, and that's you guys don't understand that. You think this is a joke. You think this is a freaking joke. Listen, I'm a millennial. I don't think it matters your damn age. But some of us are built different. And I think a lot of you guys that are here enjoying this beautiful little fire that we have in our BBQ grill, you like myth, you like stories, because stories are what helps you get it. Because where's the fucking stories out, man? You know, where's the stories these days? We got shitty musicians. All the music's about sex, bullshit. These women, man, the women in the music are really starting to irk me a bit. You know, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift. Just there's nothing there. There's no story. There's no myth. The movies. You know, you watch movies these days. There's no good myth that really you latch onto and it just gets you. I needed that shit. I needed that. Yeah, that was good. Your balls grow a little bit. The next day you wake up, you just, yeah, man, feel good. I could something to relate to finally. Thank God. It ain't there. And I grew up with myth. I grew up reading fantasy. I grew up having the strong stories of the Bible, the stories of Jesus, the 12 disciples. And I'm envisioning the 12 disciples, you know, just fighting each other, just eating together. When I would work out, when I first started working out, I had this little group in high school. We would go during lunch. And man, I felt like we were the boys. We were eating our lunch. We were drinking more skim milk than anyone, taking the chicken patty off the thing, eating, and we were making gains together. And this is like, that was a myth for me, man. And I was thinking about Jesus and the disciples. He would probably live with them. They would probably do jujitsu. They would probably just have a good ass time. You know, they're probably shooting dice. Jesus just watching these damn scoundrels, you know, just shooting dice, spitting sunflower seeds, just having a good ass time, man. Dapping up. Imagine just Jesus dap you up, boom, hit him. You know, you give him a little bit, see what he's about, but he's like, don't try me, boy. Satan, get behind me. You know what I'm saying? Just myth. Damn myth. We don't have that anymore. So what I'm saying is, I went through this entire thought process that I just laid out for you while I was buying Muscle Tech Test Booster. Because to me, an investment in placebo, that's the thing, even if it's placebo, man, a big placebo that precedes a lock-in can often enhance the lock-in. I know I made fun of that phrase, locking in, but you know what I mean by that. Like a placebo. For instance, I just bought a red light from a Chinese, I'm guarantee you it's a Chinese sweatshop. It's probably a bunch of little Chinese kids being like, Dad, do we got to go to work today? And he's like, yes, son, we're selling these red lamps. You got to put them together. And it's got plastic and it's got these bulbs. It says infrared. You don't even know if it's actually infrared because you can't see infrared. So who freaking knows? And I got this crazy idea that they stuck a camera in this thing. And they're probably watching me put this red light up to my nuts. Because today I woke up and this is my first day of owning the red light. And I put it in the bathroom and it has this really nice stand. And I faced the red light. It's like this big. This big. And I faced it directly on the toilet. And I stripped down. I just stripped down like ready for baptism. And I sat on the porcelain throne as this red light just beamed me. It just absolute beamed me. And I sat there, no phone, no nothing, just completely connected to the source, like a phone getting charged, just bling, makes that little sound. That was me. And the red light was the signal that I was being charged. And I just sat there. My girl's in the other room. She probably thinks I'm insane. I'm just sitting there. The lights were off. I've never taken shit in the lights off, but the red light's hitting me, and I'm just getting reborn under this metamorphosis, this hyperbolic time chamber that I had turned an everyday, ordinary toilet into. And you guys don't get it, man. You don't get it. But this is ritual. And ritual is what signals to the subconscious. You need ritual in your life because that directly communicates with the subconscious. And I'm sitting there, just legs spread. And the shit was already over, but I sat there for longer because I needed more charging. And I got what I was looking for. And it's beautiful. I might even I might have to start this out with a video intro, not of me taking the shit, but of just how pumped I was when I first got this red light. So again, that contributed, even if it's placebo, even if it was this cheap $40 infrared red light therapy, I got it. And that is what I was using going into this winter. Get behind me, Satan. I'm going to have heat. I'm going to have heat in the form of red light, in the form of fires, in the form of these little bougie barbecues, in the form of me doing more movement, more cardio, more runs, more jujitsu, more training, getting freaking pumped. And then I got this test booster. And the placebo preceded the great lock-in. So hallelujah, man. I'm telling you guys, it's all come down to myth. Like people don't understand myth, but I know for the people that they look at the world as this is a corpse. This is not my home. Myth is what matters. Myth is what gets you out of the mundane. Seriously, myth is what gets you out of the mundane. And we write that off too easy. And you can see it. Netflix, why would one of the biggest... By the way, Scent of a Woman. You should watch Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino. That's on Netflix. But Netflix, the way it pumps these slop, just bullshit slop, it sucks. You know, it's like the myth is constantly being eroded. So it's up to the individual to constantly have these bits of excitement and create hype through the myth that he tells himself. Because that's the most important thing. The myth that you tell yourself. It's no joke. That's my theory. That the people that are not depressed, they have heat. And they apply heat to themselves. Because every great story makes it applies friction. You know, one of my favorite books, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Even though the author is a complete Reddit soy boy. God bless this guy, man. But the character that he was able to put out was, he had the Thumos, Quoth. His name is Quoth. And a lot of people relate to the story, and you get to that story and you see this guy struggling in poverty, struggling to find meaning, purpose, dealing with depression, dealing with women, dealing with, like, when shit hits the fan, have it rent's due. You know, it's time to pay up. You owe the debt. And how does he handle it? And what does he do when just using his wits and retardmaxxing through it all? It's like, man, and then you see your life, and you're met with this friction. Am I living up to this heroic ideal? Heat. I'm reading this book now. It's called Lonesome Dove. A lot of guys in our group, dude, you got to read Lonesome Dove. Dude, you got to... I'm like, man, it's a Western. Do I really care about it? Fuck yeah, now I care about it. That's a great book. Heat. Just these guys in this little town in the middle of nowhere on the border of Mexico, just meandering, shit-talking, bantering each other like men do, making fires, frying up some pig skins, making biscuits. You know, it's like, oh man. And then they want more. You know, they want more. They're getting a little tired. It's a great book, man. Really good. I'm not even that far in. Heat. So apply heat. Really apply some heat. And that'll make your life it'll make your life come to light. I believe that. It's what we need. You can't think, you know, one of the things that's so damn inspiring and what I get really hyped to do, I don't know if you guys have lost this feeling. I had this feeling a long time ago. And it reminded me on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, you would get up and the ritual was to go to the gym. And you would get a massive pump. I mean, just a behemoth of a pump, an ungodly pump. And you would leave. And you would go to Thanksgiving. And every bit of food, macaroni, that sludge, that turkey, that stuffing. I love stuffing. Guys that hate stuffing, I never understood them. You got a problem if you don't like stuffing. It's literally bread and butter, a little bit of celery, some herbs, and broth. I mean, it's absolutely delicious. Anyway, one of the guys in our group, Mike, said there's no taste in friendship, so I don't mind if you don't like stuffing. That's fine. But you gotta, like, at least try it. Picky motherfuckers are the worst. I can't stand picky dudes. Like, at least try it, man. Like, if I made it, at least try it, dude. Don't be picky. Don't break my heart like this. You know, just don't break my heart like this. Give me a kiss. You know, people are too comfortable breaking people's hearts. At least honor some hard work if I make the stuffing. You know what I mean? So, give it to give your mother the grace of trying her food, or your dad if he deep fried the turkey and it just absolutely burnt to a crisp. Like, at least try it. People are too comfortable breaking people's hearts. There's got to be a goodness. That goes back, though, to the people are too comfortable doing nothing. You're going to do absolutely nothing? This whole shit's about to catch on fire, dude. Could you imagine? The house just goes up in flames. It's the last video. Holy shit, what a way to go out. Beautiful. But again, people are too comfortable. They don't got no warmth to give because they don't have fire inside them. The light has gone out in their life. So when you lack the thumos, when you lack the spirit, you got no warmth to give to anyone else. And then you wonder why things are miserable. Well, when you don't give the light to others, when you don't do all things through love, then everyone's just left to create a bunch of bullshit. And it perpetuates itself. It's a sick cycle. Kali Yuga's upon us, baby. But guess what? Ride the tiger. Surf Kali Yuga. So, Thanksgiving, I was reminded of this feeling, and that I had perhaps lost this feeling, this absolute desire to get a filthy pump, and how good it feels to eat after. And as I've had this hiatus from the weights and from the iron, what I realize is coming back, this feeling of soreness, this tightness in the traps after you do some pendlay rows, after you get just a nasty bicep pump, when you eat a pint of ice cream and then you blast biceps, and it's so much fun. And then you wake up the next day and this ritual, that's what it is. It's a ritual, a daily ritual that gives weight to your life. And people just start to get off of this with the science and the bodybuilding, it doesn't get your... Dude, fuck it. It's not for you. It's a ritual that communicates that you are powerful, that you're a beast. You're becoming your own myth, creating your own myth. It's a beautiful thing, man. And I really urge you guys to just apply the heat. Apply the damn heat these days. That's what it's all about. I had a bunch more to talk about this video, but we went on. We went off. The heat, the fire started. So, should we keep this going? Whoopsie. So I guess, man, the real thing I just want to communicate with you is apply the heat. And I know I'm similar. I'm feeling what we're feeling. You got to create some kind of hype in your life. And I can't tell you exactly how to do that. I just know for me, you got to create a little bit of hype. You got to keep the joy, the intuition flowing. You got to keep the body healthy, because then you'll be able to retard max. Look at someone was like, man, I went into it's on Twitter. They're like, I used to work at McDonald's, and everyone that works there is so low IQ. But somehow McDonald's is such a powerful beast that it just runs itself. You could have absolute monkeys working there, and it would just run itself. And I'm like, yeah, dude, McDonald's is retard maxing. That's the same as us. You got to retard max, but you got to have the ship. You got to have the ship built, build the body, be strong, be a sound mind, and then let it fly, let it glide, let it go. Take off, man. Time to fly. Chew glass, breathe smoke. But too many people are just kind of LARPing about it. And if you really want to be about it, you got to make things move. You got to make things happen. Really. And start. Dude, you know what's an amazing game? Dude, I'm just going to save this. I'm going to save it for the next video. I got a lot to talk about. We'll do it in the next video, all right? I'll see you guys soon. Peace.